Typical sixer spot. Like, I like building the Hellbit in this row since it allows me to make two groups. 3 times 2 groups of 2s. There. It's not that hard. There. And we are fighting a Rainer. Bleh. Against the Rainer, we naturally lose the early game. Doesn't matter what we build, but yeah, early game is just big wash. Also, we didn't see a unit build from him, so we need to consider Banshees.
What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
We hear you. Toasty. Word. Bad news?
Do I squeeze in an extra fire bet? I don't think so. No. Nah. Let's have that extra boost in to tier 2 in case we need it. We lose this wave anyway. Wait, I play against Vorazun? Yep. Colors are too similar. Not a bad thing though. Do I get this thing? 25? Nope. 1 second. 1 or 2 seconds behind. We should probably tighten up our field instead of diversifying. But then the weapon range isn't really...
Upgrade complete.
I thought I naturally had more range on against air units instead of only through the upgrade. But yeah, this player currently is losing. He has still a comeback with the Corsair. Even so, the Corsair doesn't actively fight. He, just having this area that will disable my units will be quite vital to his army. And we have our science vessel in case he wants to go invis. But what the Vorazun player should do against me is build a shitload of zealots. Ah, they are DTs, okay. Because what many don't really consider is the the stun ability of the zealots. That is an incredibly powerful and well-made tool.
What's going on? Welcome. Toasty. Coming through.
But Snowy, he is building anti-light units. Why do you build more units that are light armored? Because fire bats, hell bats, are incredibly awesome. And that is too much. Should rather get another. This is now the point where we can get the drill. I can maybe explain in a second, but yeah. The main reason we get those fire boys is to bait out the ability, the dashing ability, their teleport and dashing stuff, than actually dealing with the Dark Templar directly. But on the other hand, the Dark Templar I think does about 40 damage, and this is a 40 damage raw, and so this unit will still tank quite a few English, come on. Quite a few slices of that attack. Like, when I say it's an anti-light unit, I strongly base it on that dash ability, which is I think 15 to 30 damage per attack against many targets. But when I need to look, yes, because the normal blade only does one type of damage. Yes.
Go ahead. You're the boss.
Explorer reporting.
Will do.
Explorer reporting.
So, the main reason why I didn't build that drill is because it's a supporting unit. But I wanted to be... normally, you can just blindly build that thing and it will be alright. But what I want to not happen is to not be ready. And since I was possibly teching, since I was technically fighting against three possibilities, I didn't want to get caught slacking. So I wanted those 200 bucks not as a support fighting unit, even so it's like a tank, so it can go into other waves, and it's also guaranteed to go into other waves. I wanted to stay agile in my options.
I like the cut of your chip.
Sure thing.
Explorer reporting.
Research complete. Research complete.
Also here you can see why I don't build tanks, because I still get that AoE against bio from my science vessels.
Explorer reporting.
And I also get the option of having something that helps fighting air units instead of a tank that can only fire at ground units. Yep, that will be quite...
Hellbat coming through.
When I'm missing vocabulary. Feels bad, man. So, at some point, Vorazun will always go air units. Yeah, and this one is struggling to just not go air units. But I will not stay blind to that. It's Vorazun always will go air units. As I always like to say, a noob move is go tier 2, tier 3, to build tier 1 units. And in this case, this Vorazun went tier 2. Her tier 2 units weren't as powerful as she had imagined, so she went back to tier 1 units,
Complete.
building shitloads of stalkers that do nothing. Or, I'm rather so far ahead, it looks like they do nothing.
With
You're the boss.
Explorer reporting.
Of course, this, what you can see, is one of the big advantages of stalkers, is that through their blink ability they become stacking units, units that leak into their friendly neighborhood waves, helping them out, raising their damage and tankiness, just like these tanks. Which is quite annoying, which can create quite a pushback, but luckily this game not as powerful this game. And all I have to do is just get tankier. I deal enough damage. My Goliath have enormous burst damage against ground units. The big advantage of the Goliath is that he has quite a weak HP pool. Even so, 150 looks like quite a lot. But for the price, for what the unit gives, it's not enough. Also, I forgot to build science vessels. So, and now we are really freaking far ahead. I normally never build a fourth Geyser, and I should stay to that because that never pays off. Instead, I should just stay low and see what my opponent does, because I think for 2 or 3 waves he will stay ahead. And we can just simply watch and possibly hard counter whatever it is this player will come up with. A small thought that I am getting is I should probably get like 2 or 3 tanks, since he has quite a sustainable ground army. Those definitely wouldn't be bad. And I wouldn't even need them to use their siege mode. Just disabling siege mode would probably be better than doing the siege mode. Basically having some sort of marauder. Did he force blink here? So, what we will do, what I've decided to do, since he didn't show any other color than the one he already had, is we will go to the next tier of units and get a bunch of Arises. The reason why we go for Arises and not more damage is this cutesy upgrade right here. Our Goliath can attack ground and air units at the same time, which makes this the only unit that dishes out here 30, 32, 40, 50 damage per damage burst. So what we need mainly for our army is another nice and tanky unit.
With the gear.
Minerals. Research complete.
Yep.
Research complete.
Like, another option I would have is building Mars Wraith, because he will at some point go air, and that would be going to be prepared for that scenario. But on the other hand, it would also force him to go air. And if he wants to decide to give it a bit more time, that would be better for me overall, since his Corsairs really just can hit that critical mass where they can shred anything in one point.
Yeah, whatever. It's your day.
Research complete.
Gosh, that is pure destruction. Also, for those that thought like, why am I not doing upgrades? I was simply just so far ahead that I could just keep on building units. And then you just need to keep in mind that every damage upgrade gives me +2 damage. So if I just keep stacking damage, stacking units, at one point I click this button and get 5 million damage for just 150 instead of instantly getting a critical, instead of hitting a timing right now. I can keep it for way later. And let's say they would have pushed back. That would be the instant kill button to kill that wave that dares to withstand my strength. But yeah, or just as a direct comparison, this would be 150 plus 200 plus 250, right? So that would be 600. That would be 3 Eris's less. My army would be way less tankier. So yeah, that was one versus Vorazun.